What up, what up, what up, Facebook, what up, YouTube, what up, Twitter, what up, Instagram world, whatever social media platform you're looking at this on. It's your boy Trav back once again with Trade the Trendz, because here success has no limits, right? The only limits on success are the limits that you put on yourself. There are no limits, no limits, no limits. What restraints do you put on you? What restraints do you put on you? Let's talk about exposure, right? When I say exposure is everything, just think about, I was listening to a story, Jay-Z and Warren Buffett was talking. I was just like, wow, that's an impactful room right there when you see Jay-Z and Warren Buffett having a discussion. But Jay-Z said, grew up, Marcy Projects, ain't have much. So his teacher took her to his house one day, and he saw a refrigerator that had the joints where you could get the ice and the water out. He had never seen one before. He had never seen one. So now that he was exposed to the possibilities that these things exist, he said, you know what? I want one. I'm going to have one. And he used that exposure to fuel him to get to the next level, to get exactly what he wanted to get to next and buy the things he want to buy. Because if you're not exposed to things, then you can't create your true belief system, because believing is not seeing, right? Believing is having faith that what you see mentally can be yours in the physical realm, right? Because some say, oh, seeing is believing. No, you have to believe, because if you believe, then you can actually see, actually can come to fruition. Just like anytime you start thinking about buying a new car, right? Oh man, this is the car I want. Now, since your mindset or your spirit has that car in mind, and your belief system and your faith, guess what? You start seeing that car everywhere you turn around. Like, there go another one. There go another one. Oh, somebody about to get in an accident. What are you doing? What is that dude doing over here? That dude's wilding. Like, for no reason. Like, why would you pull to the side? Like, I don't understand this dude. Like, whatever. But that's why you always got to be a defensive driver and also have two hands on the wheel, even when you're doing a video like this. Always, get ready, stay ready. Okay? But going back to the exposure piece, man, like, for example, we've been conditioned, exposed to making, $50,000 a year, $70,000 a year, $100,000 a year is what we've been exposed to. We've only been exposed to this. So when you meet millionaires, right? Because think about NBA players, they don't make $100,000. Some of them cats make $250,000 a game, right? Some of these cats make hundreds of dollars a minute, per second almost, right? Think about the LeBron James, the Carmelo Anthonys, the James Hardens, the Chris Pauls, the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durants, that's making this type of money. Once you're exposed to it, you're like, man, it's possible. If they can do it, if God can do it for them, why can't he do it for me? You may not be a basketball player. You may have to take another route. Your route could be real estate investment. Your route could be e-commerce. Your route could be a trader or investor. Your route could be a network marketer. But if you believe, right, and you agree to put in the work that's going to actually get you to that next level, guess what? It's going to happen. That's just what it is. Like, it's just going to happen. The universe is going to say, hey, I got you on this. Oh, man, I'm stuck in a little bit of traffic, man. I don't know why there's traffic out here this morning. Probably an accident. Hopefully everybody good, man. I hate seeing accidents. But yeah, exposure is everything. Exposure. Just for example, me and my friend went to the BMW dealer. I was looking at some of them BMW i8s. These are like these 6-figure cars. This brand new, that thing like 160K. But it's about the exposure. It's about seeing it. It's about smelling the inside, feeling the chair, how it's gonna feel on you, right? Because once you believe that, hey, this is the feeling that I should have every day, guess what? Am I willing to put in the work, the necessary work ethic that's gonna get me that BMW? That's key. Just saying I want stuff is all fine and dandy. All saying I want stuff is good, but if you're not putting in the work, to make those wants, become actual factuals, as I like to call it, is all you doing is dreaming, right? You know, you can have a dream, then you set up a plan of action. Now you have a goal. Now you have something to work towards to, right? A lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, Travis, you know, and most of the time they're not in my trade group. They're in a different trade group, or say, hey, I want to join your group. I like your energy. I like your team. But the long story short is, what they say is that, you know, hey, I want to make this type of money. You know, I want to make a point where I don't have to work no more. And I say, okay, how much are your bills on a monthly basis? Like, you should write that down. You should know. And sometimes they reply like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, like I'm dead serious. Because how are you going to be able to trade to the point where you're making enough money to pay your monthly bills if you don't know how much that is, right? You got to set the goal, right? Your goal could be to surpass it, of course, but first you got to know. You got to know what's accessible. You got to know what's feasible. You got to know what that goal is, what that number is, so you can then go attack it. Then you can break down a daily plan, a weekly plan that goes into your monthly plan, that then goes into a yearly plan. Some people may say, before I go full time, hey, I want to trade 6 months. I want to make my monthly income 6 months in a row before I go full time. Or some people may say, I want to make it a year in a row before I go full time, to have, you know, some money, an emergency fund, some money in my brokerage accounts, you know, some spending money, you know, for some other things. You know, you got to have your accounts in order. I get it. I understand it. I never tell anybody to just quit their job today without a plan. You know, people who I've encountered that's come across me at work or whatnot, that say, hey, Travis, I don't know what to do. And I tell them it's all about exposure. What books are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? What type of music are you listening to? What are you looking to go to the next level? Because exposure is everything, right? When you are exposed to the millionaires, right? When you get to rub elbows with these guys, man, I got to pick the brain of a guy. He makes $1 million every 45 days. 5 years ago, I said that's impossible. He a scammer, right? No, this person is a marketer, right? This person is one of the top network marketers in the world. You know, the network marketing industry is I believe the top grossing industry, period. Bigger than the NFL, NBA, MLB, all that stuff, right? Continues to make millionaires on top of millionaires, you know, out of normal people just like you and me, because they've created the concept, you know, and now it's up to you to spread the word, right? To get the word out. And that's why I say exposure is everything, because people want these $1 million dreams. People want these $1 million cars, but don't have $1 million work ethic. You got to be exposed to the work ethic, right? See or find a mentor, which is somebody that already has what you're looking to have, or on the way to get the things that you're looking to get to, and mirror their actions, right? Mirror their actions almost to a T. You know, it ain't got to be exactly the clothes they wear, but of course, hey, when they present, are they wearing a suit and a tie? Okay. When they talk on Facebook, how do they talk? What do they talk about? You know, do they talk about sports all the time? Do they talk about, you know, reality TV shows and conversations? No, they talk about positivity. They talk about personal development. They talk about wealth habits, because at one point somebody is going to see this post and hopefully get value from it. What I see that millionaires or top marketers and top entrepreneurs do is they continue to add value even when it's free, right? Just like this conversation. This is a free conversation, but hopefully I'm adding value to the 4 people that are online still with me right now. I just want to add value because I want you to understand exposure. What have you been exposed to, right? If you want that BMW, go to the dealership, look at it, go smell it, go sit in it, go feel that steering wheel, right? Expose yourself to it. Hey, you looking for that $1 million house? Hey, find those $250,000 or $500,000 houses around your neighborhood and go check them out. See if you can go do a walkthrough just so you can get that feeling of being inside the house, right? You see what I'm saying? Exposure. And that can work in a negative sense also. You know, a lot of people say I'm a product of my environment. They say I've been exposed to negativity, right? So in certain cases, you can't be exposed to negativity and turn to those negative actions, because That is what you know. That is what you're comfortable with. That is your basic understanding of certain things. But it is your responsibility, to ensure that what you're doing is right for you, right for your family, and right for the people around you. A lot of times you got to start thinking about more than just you. Because, if you're only thinking about you, how's the universe going to say, hey, you deserve this? You've only thought about you. The universe says when you think of others, and when you pour onto others, the universe and the spirit then is going to pour right back into you, because that is the law, right? That's going back to sowing and reaping. If you sow good, you reap good. If you sow bad, you reap bad. And again, if you don't sow, you don't reap. The laws is simple. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people have not reaped because they don't sow, right? They just say, hey, I want this, man. I want to do this. I want to do that. And done nothing to go towards that. Still do their same day-to-day, their same weekend festivities, whatever that is they choose to do, buying the same things that depreciate as soon as you purchase it, like a new car, some shoes, some clothes, just a brand, just to feel like you got money or feel some type of worth when actually you have no worth, unfortunately. Because when you're looking for that type of worth or gratification, you end up losing in the long run. All you do is end up losing in the long run. And that's not good. That's not fair. Give yourself a fighting chance by, again, understanding, what am I exposed to every day? When I first wake up in the morning, what am I listening to? Is the first thing I'm waking up to is going on Facebook to look at, these memes they talking about. You see what I'm saying? These memes need to be fed. Yeah, bro, it needs something new. You got to do something new. You can't keep doing the same old thing looking for new results. You got to change. In order for things to change, you must change. That's something I look at every day before I leave the house. When I leave the house, because I come through the garage door, I have my poster board, my vision board up. In the middle of it, it says, before things can change, you must change, right? And this is something I look at every day, conditioning my mind every day, because every day isn't a perfect day. Do I act out of character sometimes? Yes, I'm human, right? It's going to happen, right? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. But what you can work on is perfection. You can work on it. You see what I'm saying? You can work on reconditioning your mind to get to the right space in life to say, hey, you know what? I need to change my surroundings. I need to change the people around me. I can't go anywhere with these broke-minded people. And it's okay. A lot of people just, they've been my friends since kindergarten. So what? Are they right now? That was kindergarten. Y'all wanted to play blocks together. That was the goal. Now your goal is mansions and $1 million cars. Their goal is, hey, drugs and alcohol and women. Are y'all still, looking to do the same thing? Because if their visions and goals are different, then you somewhat need to separate from that so you can be around the right group of people that are going to propel you and add value to you, that are going to allow you to reach that next level. Again, exposure is everything. So the people around you that are on that same mission are going to help you and going to expose you to different authors, right? Different audiobooks to read and listen to, different articles, different webinars or workshops. And that's one thing I love. And I tell people, going to these workshops, especially when they out of town, man. I like going to these out of towns. One, because you get to travel, you get to see some new places, but also get inspiration. Right? You then go to get inspiration. Like when I seen David and Manitier the first time and I saw my homeboy dap him up, I'm like, bro, you know him? He like, bro, we text all the time. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't fathom that the cat I was hanging around with, like just a friend of a millionaire, right? And it's crazy, and it's all about, like I said, it's all about exposure, right? So now I I'm even more faithful in my belief system that it's possible because how close it is to me. Like, man, I've never been this close to being a millionaire. I've never made this much money from my phone before. I never made this much money trading or investing before in Bitcoin and seeing $2,000, in a month's time. Like that was the biggest month I've ever had trading in my 2-year span. That's because I was exposed. That's because I was exposed to Forex. I was exposed to crypto. I was exposed that I could trade oil in this market. I can actually learn to trade stocks by understanding charts and candlesticks, the same methods, the same strategies I'm learning in the currency trading game, I can do anywhere. Woo! Bless you. On blessings, on God. And because I was so introduced and exposed to wanting to learn how to invest and trade, now I understand more about e-commerce, about network marketing, affiliate marketing, other ways to, create passive and residual income and still go about my day-to-day 9 to 5 and still be able to make, on average $800 extra a month. You see what I'm saying? That's the goal. Then the goal is to then double up. Then the goal is once you double up again. The goal is to double up. Then the goal is to help 10 other people double up. Right? Then we all double up. Then I teach them how to help other people double up. Right? Because it's all about giving back. And community service could be looked at something different. Community service could be, different things, or tithes and offerings could be different things that has different meanings. Right? Some days, I'm going to be honest, some days, like this lady at Walmart, she's always nice to my kids. Always, yo. I don't ever ask her. She's always bubbly at Walmart. Self-checkout line. Sometimes I just go in there, man. I gave her a card one day. Like, I just want to thank you for being a genuine person. Because there's not too many people out here. I understand this is your job, but, the energy you give off is just not, I'm doing this because it's my job. The energy at that point is I'm doing it because I'm a happy person. I'm living life. I'm in good spirits. And guess what? I got you. Right? Or sometimes when you do see the panhandlers, reaching out for money, could be a time I just got my, I just got my investments withdrawn. I just took my money out. I got a few $100s on me, so I might take $100 and every person I see, I might give them $5. Just cause, I don't record it. I don't do things like that because I'm not in it for the gratification. I'm in it because I understand that helping others starts the receiving process. And I want to ensure that, one, I can help others, but I want to empower others. I just don't want to give them money all the time, and also leave them a card about, hey, if you want to learn how to trade or invest, hey, reach out. And some people ask me, why are you giving that guy a card? Like, he don't look like he got no money. I've seen some of these people who work in construction, work in a shipyard. If you see them on the street, you would think they was a crackhead because they always dirty, all this stuff. And they got money. You never know who you going to meet. You never know what person you going to come across, and be able to meet and say, hey, this person impacted me. This person helped me. This person allowed me to empower myself because now I have the skill set. And this is why I like to teach people the skill. Whether it's how to repair your credit, how to get out of debt. I don't want you to pay me to do it for you. I want you to pay me so I can show you. Because then once you have that skill set, nobody can take that away from you. Once you have that skill set, you can then teach it to other people. You can then teach it to your kids, your family members. So now the community, and hopefully the not just the black community. I know the black community, in my opinion, needs it most because we were not privy to certain education when it comes to financial literacy. And the reason why I go so hard for the things I go so hard for, as well as being exposed to, mental health disorders and things like that. And the reason why I like to talk about, our campaign on Sunday, and I got to reach out to the fellas because this is our Sunday. I know we doing it bi-weekly, so we missed last week. So this Sunday, we want to, continue that conversation, because there's so many people out here, men and women, that's just looking for support, just looking for somewhere to go, somebody they could talk to, somebody that looks like them or been through similar situations and, can take heed to certain stuff like this, So I just think it's important that we not only be people of God, but also allow our vulnerability to be someone else's success or someone else's comfort, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. But wanted to put something together. Let me see who up here. What's up, Key? What up, Val? What up, Pops? See everybody up here still. Y'all rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. What up, cuz? What's goody? What's up, Dave? I see a whole lot of people up here. You know what I'm saying? What up, X? I'm going out here, man. But yo, it's all about exposure, man. What have you been exposed to? Just like sports. You know, we figure out what sport we like when we were young because our parents exposed us to multiple sports. Like, you know, when I was 8, I was playing baseball. You know, then I played football. You know, then played tennis. You know, so I got to be exposed to different things, and then which ones, you know, I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed the camaraderie. I enjoyed the work ethic. You know, I gladly stuck with it, of course, you know. And I think those are really things that we need to make sure we stay on top of, or the understanding when it comes into, okay, what am I doing? What's next? What's next for me? Oh, man, I got my other jacket in here, too, man. Damn, I got 2 of these jackets. Man, I'm fresh. But yeah, guys, you know, just have that understanding, you know, that, you know, exposure truly is everything. Exposure is truly everything. And, you know, what are you going to expose yourself to this week that's new? That's something possibly even out of your comfort zone, right? Sometimes you got to get out that comfort zone. Like me, I remember one point me talking in front of people, like I used to stutter. I used to say the wrong things. Like if it was a bad situation, I'd tell them how happy I was. That's how nervous I was. Now when I speak, it's just let it flow, you know, just come from the heart, just come from the diaphragm, as they would say, and just let it, you know, come onto you. What up? You making perfect sense, much needed resources for those who want it. Absolutely, man. It's for those who want it, man, the resources are out here, right? The resources are out here, whether it's no matter what it is, right? And Val, I tell everybody all the time when people ask me, hey, bro, do you know about this? And I be like, nah, I don't personally, but I can find out, or I know somebody in my group who know about internet marketing. You know, I know somebody in my group about insurance, you know, health insurance, life insurance, annuities. You know, I got connections with that. You know, do I dabble in everything? Just a little bit, but not fully yet. You know, credit repair. You do credit repair? Nah, but my guy does. You see what I'm saying? It's all about connection. It's all about having the right network. You know, what about debt relief, bro? I got a guy for that. You know what I'm saying? We building a network. That's why me and my partners, you know, we came together and said, yo, what do we want to do in 2019? And we said, what we want to do is win. We want to win, and we want to help 100 people win this year. And what win broke down to as WIN is the Wealth Investors Network. Because what we want to provide you not only is education and trading and investing, but understanding and being accessible to saving or buying in gold, starting a savings account where you can then purchase gold, which is an appreciating asset. You know, instead of your depreciating dollar, you can exchange that into gold, which then appreciates. Or even going into, like I said, debt relief, credit repair, understanding your W-4s, you know, understanding how to, you know, create a home-based business, whatever home-based business that is, you know, to get more money back, you know, in federal taxes throughout the year, and also not to owe at the end of the year. A lot of people go exempt and then go back just to get some money, but then don't want to owe. But if you understand and do it the right way, you can actually maximize that potential all year. You know, with certain exemptions that you may have, especially if you have a home-based business, especially if you sell, you know, I don't care what it is, Avon, Mary Kay, Herbalife, you know, if it's Prime America, if it's Trade the Trends, if it's, you know, Gold Affiliate, Saver, any online business, e-commerce, I'm selling on eBay or Amazon. You know, once you actually have that home-based business, you have now access to over 475 deductions. A reason why everybody's seeing the post that says, you know, Amazon made over $1 billion and won't pay nothing in taxes. That's because they understand the game, right? The game was written, you know, for business owners, right? That's why employees, we pay 30% in taxes. Do y'all know what that means, y'all? That basically means from January, February, and March, you work for free. January, February, and March, you work for free. Okay? But I'm about to go up in this zone. My Wi-Fi connecting, so my connection is messing up. But I want to leave y'all with some energy this morning. I want to expose y'all to the new life, new light. I'm sorry. And then, yo, if you need some more, reach out to your boy, man. Inbox me, send me a DM, say, hey, I want to join, the groups, I'll let you know, where we investing, where we trading, where we just speaking personal development and bringing life into each other. So again, I want to see everybody at the top because the bottom is way too crowded.